Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Say it to your mom and dad.
It's very, very, very. Oh, there we go. Callum's got it. Good job.
Single leg, and then hand, box, box. Is there anything in the boxes too? Yeah. Box. These little things. Still like a little tiny trick of the you. That's right. There you go. One more. This thing? Oh yeah, the green down here? Yep. That's good. Alright. That's it. Have a colorful finger. Right, look yours. The green boards. The blue as well.
You have your little skateboard looking thing.
The butterfly starter. Who wants that? Who's yours? And that's all. Anybody want to play the little thing? Anybody else think they want something with me and they don't have it? Okay. Could you hand out a bunch of filament? You can hand out more filament.
And that's all, folks. That's the tattoo show. That's it. They have one every so often. I've been in it before and asked me to be in it again. So I think my Wi-Fi is probably going to crap out. I'm in front of the library here. So I got my motorcycle. I'm on my bike today. On the bike today. And there's the public library. And my bike is way over there. So we're going to get to the bike. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I thought I'd check out the show. And Wendy wants to see it tonight. I'm going to turn around. There's a strawberry tree here with fruit on it. See these trees? These are arbutus strawberry trees. And they have fruit on them. You can eat the fruit. And that's a small fruit. But in the fall, they get lots of fruit on them. Native to the Mediterranean. Let me get my glasses on here so I can see what I'm doing. My glasses on so I can read this. Why do I look like a pork chop? Why do I look like a pork chop? Is that what a pork chop looks like? Well, maybe you look like, what do you look like? Maybe you look like a pork tenderloin. I don't know what you look like, but I don't know what do I look like a pork chop? I think pork chops are pretty good, aren't they? Anyway, we're in front of the public library here. And I'm going to head out off into the bike. Hi, bro. You're under. All YouTube videos are free entertainment. That's the way I look like. I look exactly like a pork chop. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment because I actually like pork chops, but I prefer to be a... There we go. And see what's going on. I'll do a live stream when I get home. This is our village, and it's a pretty quiet place, but this time of the year it gets busy with tourists. Okay, guys, I think that's probably just about all I'm going to do. Maybe 1 minute, and then I'm out of here. Hello, Jesse Barr. How's it going? I'm actually in Ganges right now. I'm in Ganges in front of the public library. I just shot a video of the tattoo show here because I'm in the tattoo show. So there's just pictures of different people and it talks about their tattoos. Anyway, good to have you. So we're at the public library. Have you ever considered covering yourself in garlic butter? I don't even mind garlic butter. I like garlic butter with escargot, but never with a pork chop. Never put garlic butter with a pork chop, but it's good with escargot. Some skateboarders. So this is Ganges here. And Jesse, hope you're having a good day over there. It's a beautiful day here on the Gulf Islands. Really warm out. It was kind of muggy this morning, man. I got out. Hey, man, how's it going? Beauty out here, eh? Yeah. The when I went out this morning, it was like 20 degrees. It was so warm. That felt tropical. So, and anyway, is that JL? JL. Could be. It might be. Here's been pouring rain all day. No way. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, it's beautiful. That's the advantages of living out here on the Gulf Islands. We're in a rain shadow. And when you're in a rain shadow, you get the sun as where the other people get the rain, right? Because what happens, it dumps over on Vancouver Island, and then it has no steam here, and it's sunny or cloudy here, and then it just picks up steam over the ocean, and it dumps on the mainland. That's what a rain shadow is. So anyway, here's strawberry fruit right there on the strawberry trees in front of the library. Why is a rain shadow? Vancouver Island blocks it. Yep, Vancouver Island blocks it. You betcha. The Southern Gulf Islands are in a rain shadow. It's way drier here than Vancouver. You didn't know that, eh? We have native cactus, we have native lizards, we have native succulents. It is a Mediterranean type climate here on the Southern Gulf Islands. You betcha. Google it. Google the climate of the Southern Gulf Islands, Mediterranean climate. It's pretty amazing place actually. And not all that far away, but the climate's completely different. Often when Wendy talks to her son over there and you have sun and clouds here, it can be pouring rain there and or drizzle, right? I love lizards. Yeah, we have two different types of lizards here. We have European wall lizards, which were introduced. We also have praying mantis, and we also have the native alligator lizards. I'd serve up with a side of salad and potatoes. I'm going to actually, I'm in the mood for a salad. Last night we had burgers. I got my buddy Foodie Phil coming over tomorrow. We're going to have steak. He's bringing steak, so we're going to have some steak. Yeah, I like steak. I like meat. I'm not a vegetarian. But anyway, yeah, you should check out this place sometime, Jesse. You'd probably really like it here. It's absolutely beautiful. And I am on the bike today. I figured, I got home from work. I've been working in the gardens where I do work all morning, and I was off at 10:40. So did a few things at work, went into the gym. When I got home, and then, do you use food in the bedroom? What the hell's that? What does that mean? I try not to eat in my bedroom, man. I try not to eat food in my bedroom. Don't want to make a mess. I eat in the kitchen or I eat out in the sun deck. Nap, fatali. Yeah, no, I don't eat food in my bedroom, man. Anyway, what a beautiful day. It's just the way I like it. Anyway, yeah, we got good Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's got to be JL, absolutely. I work for a penitentiary. I can be pretty forceful. He can be pretty forceful. Don't have any penitentiaries around here. Put it this way, nobody forces me to do anything, and I don't comply to anything either. That's the type of guy I am. Don't comply, can't be forced into doing anything. That's why I don't work for my Parks and Rec job. They tried to force the jab on me, and I told them to go take a hike. Matter of fact, there's the office right there. There's my office right there. That is the Parks office. That building right there. That's the main office. So I accept your challenge. Who said it was a challenge? Just that nobody forces me to do anything. And I'd like to see somebody to try force me to do something. Probably wouldn't work out very well in their favor. You don't actually know me too well. You watch my live streams, but you don't know me personally, right? You just know me from my live streams. People here on the island know who I am. I think pretty much everybody on this island knows who I am. So, but I don't do challenges. I'm not a competitive guy. Not into that crap. Not into any of that crap. Anyway, so I think I'm going to make my way to my bike soon. And when I do make my way to my bike, it's going to die. This Wi-Fi. It's actually got a really good signal right here. Did you get enough rain? got a few drops, right? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's just like I was sitting out on the deck last night. It's like maybe 15 raindrops. It's still dry. It didn't do anything. Well, I'm talking to a guy and he says it's raining in Vancouver all day when they're out in the mainland. It's raining over there. They can have it, but I want some too. Yeah, exactly. That's the best time. Rain at night. Have a good one. Okay, so I think when I get home, I'm going to have to do some watering and then I'll do another live stream. I want to know you. Sorry, I'm married. Which cactus is native there? Opuntia fragilis. Yeah, it's Opuntia fragilis. It usually grows on the western slopes. Hey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad, you?
Good to see you. Have a good one. Yes, and we also have sedum spathifolium, and that one actually grows on the, that one also goes on the rocks too. Usually see it up from the beach. Actually, across the street from the beach where we are is like so much sedum growing there. It's like, it's actually blooming right now. Could I grow? Yeah, you could grow it there. Yeah, you'd have to protect it from the rain, the winter rain. Well, you know, really fast raining soil. Actually, I grew it when I lived on the mainland. So, yeah, you could actually, and under an overhang would work good. So, you have to find it. It grows southwestern slopes up from the ocean. I have a good time. My life is a good time. I have a good life here. Lots of camper vans going by. There's lots of tourists here right now, man. Tons of tourists. It's Tourist Central Station. That's the economy. It's based on tourism here on the Gulf Islands, right? It's a very touristy place. Yeah, no, I'm married to a beautiful lady and I love my woman. She's a great gal. Wendy is a great gal. Of the cactus. So it's called prickly pear. It's Opuntia fragilis. Look it up. It's the same kind of stuff that grows in the Okanagan, except this stuff is actually native to the southern Gulf Islands, right? And, you know, I remember collecting some in the wild. A buddy of mine dropped me off on Clamshell Island years ago, and it's right where Long Harbor Ferry comes in, and the whole island's pretty much covered in cactus, arbutus trees, and Gary oaks. And I've also seen it growing down the road from my place. Unfortunately, most of it grows in private gardens, right? That's the thing. So it's hard to actually get. It's on private property, a lot of it. And some people actually, they scrape it away, right? They actually scrape it away, which is not very good. I think it actually should be protected. But anyway, if you can find it, actually some nurseries might have it. Some nurseries might have that stuff. If you ask if you can get any of that native stuff. I like cactus as much as palm trees. Yeah, so do I. We have a pretty good little cactus garden, Wendy and I, and we have agaves in there, and we actually have a bromeliad in there too. It's a Phascoscalaria bicolor, and it's a Chilean bromeliad. What are the dudes like in your area? Rednecks, like me. Lots of rednecks. Lots of rednecks on this island. They usually take the law into their own hands when people get out of hand on this island. I've seen it happen more than once, trust me. You know, I said that to somebody last night. You know, you get drifters that come here and they think they can just camp on the side of the road, and they park their van on the side of the road. 3 weeks passes, and then a month passes, and after a month people kind of get sick of looking at these people, and they tell them to move on, and the drifters don't want to move on, so the locals, rednecks, throw a few rocks through the window of the van, and then they torch it, and then they burn it up. And that's happened. Trust me. Matter of fact, I think we have a video of the van burning on this one. I've got something red, but it's yeah, weird, man. Strange, man. I'm not into dudes, man. As friends, I like women. I like women, man, not dudes. Not into any of that gay stuff. Never. So anyway, yeah, Jesse, you got to check it out. You got to check out these islands sometime. You'd like it. And also, like I say, go to your nursery and ask if they have Opuntia fragilis, right? They might. You never know. But I have seen a lot of it growing in the wild here. And actually, I think there's some down in Ruckle Park too. I think there's a bunch of it growing down in Ruckle Park around the seashore. But it's weird. It grows on rocks, and it can definitely take winter rain. I've seen many cactus. Oh, Art Knapp. Okay, so you got to get the hardy stuff. See, a lot of cactus is super cold hardy, but the key is well draining soil. It needs super fast draining soil. Otherwise, you know what kills it? Rots. It definitely rots out in the winter months. So our cactus grows out in the open, but our soil is very fast draining. It's kind of like sandstone and shale, right? So you can grow it. You can easily grow cactus where you are on the mainland. Why deny yourself the adventures? Never, man. Not into any gay shit, dude. You know, whatever turns somebody on, but that's not my thing. I like women. Sorry, man. I like vaginas. Not don't like dicks, dude. I've always loved women, and I can say I've been with a few women in my lifetime, and now I'm married the second time, and I think this is the last time I'm getting married, right? So hey, how's it going, Leah? How are you, man?
Okay.
Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, take care. Cheers to you. Yeah, because deserts can, yeah, they can be cold. Yeah, cold isn't a problem. You know, there's native cat. You know, Jesse, when I was in Drumheller one time, and me and my ex-wife took our 3 kids to Drumheller, and we stayed at the where did we stay? We stayed at the Super 8 motel, and we stayed at the Super 8 motel, and I looked out the window, and the whole frickin' hillside, the whole hillside was cactus. And I said to my wife, I said to Hillary, I want to dig some of that stuff out. And she says, no, not going to dig any of that stuff out. It was a park. So I didn't dig any, but it was a prickly pear. It was kind of flat pads. And I think I actually have some of that in our garden. So you'll win me over. Never, dude. You could never convert me, man. I like women. Women are awesome. Glad to be straight. Oh, I love being straight. It's freaking awesome. This guy's going the wrong way. Uh-oh. Oh, he's parking there. That's a one-way street here. This is actually a one-way street, and sometimes you see tourists coming down the opposite way. Like that dude right there is going the opposite way. It's a one-way street, man. Oh my God. I don't think he realizes it. Oh my. Oh man. One-way street. Yeah, I saw that somebody honked at him when he came out. He's like, I don't think, well, he's probably not from here.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's not that often.
You know, it's funny. When I used to work for CRD, I'd come down here in my parks truck, and there'd be people coming the wrong way, honking at me like I'm doing the wrong thing, right? It's like, it's a one-way street, man. I can hear the carnal urges. Carnal urges. Never, ever. Not for all the money in the world. Just like taking the jab. I wouldn't take the jab for $1 billion or all the money in the world either. So, but that's just the way I am. Anyway, I'm gonna roll soon. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go home and make myself a latte. Maybe make Wendy a latte. Maybe make her daughter a latte. Not a beautiful. Oh, I gotta show you something. I hope I can make it across street. I'll show you a really nice Camerops palm I planted in front of that credit union years ago, like 20 years ago. It's totally neglected. Hey, Abstract Tom. I'm in front of the Salt Spring Public Library. I was just at the tattoo show in there. And I'm going to show you a palm tree that I planted years ago. One of my seed-grown Camerops is growing. You know, I'm going to try zooming into it because the Wi-Fi might fail here. So can I get into, oh, there it is right there. There it is. See that? Right in front of the credit union. And it's stunted there. And there's actually some small trackies beside it too. I didn't know Salt Spring had a public, oh yeah. This is a freaking $8 million library. Isn't it crazy? It's a huge library. Yeah, we have a public library right there. Yeah, big library. And then there's the Island Savings. We have 3 banks here too. So we have Island Savings, we have CIBC, and we have Royal Bank. But there is a beautiful Camerops humulus. And what's growing beside it, there's a rosemary. And then there's rosemary there. There's rosemary everywhere, right? A lot of rosemary here. And you know, you can use that stuff in your cooking, but it's the same thing. You got to plant it in really dry conditions for the winter. Now, one's drainage. That's what it wants. Yeah. I'm trying to get my things. Yeah, it's a beautiful Mediterranean. There's some big ones here. You see it right there. There it is. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. There it is right there. I wish I could get closer. If I went closer, I'll tell you what would happen. It would the signal would die on me. So I'm getting good Wi-Fi here right now. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. The temperature is around 21 degrees. When I got up this morning, it was like around 20 degrees. It was crazy, you know. But then you still get some people that dress for winter, like that chick right there, right? Crazy, right? But there's people that dress for winter all the time. They just feel the cold. I'll go and put my shorts back on. But anyway, what do you think, guys? That's it for now. And I'm going to roll. Wendy's making earrings. Wendy's making beaded earrings with her daughter. And I'm going to put my helmet back on. Put my helmet back on, and I'm going to go for a ride. I'm going to make some noise. Make some noise with my bike. North Salt Spring Waterworks excavating. So, yeah, it needs more palms. It needs more palms around the library, though, man. There's no palms around the library. There's like, that's Quercus rubra. Actually, that's Quercus pilastris, I think. It might be a Quercus pilastris. That is a pin oak. And then there's strawberry trees, right? And I don't really like this landscape in here. This is cool, but everything else in the landscape kind of sucks. There's actually Catani aster in here too. That's a Catani aster right there. Catani aster, and then there's Mahonia. But yeah, that's the only cool plant in here. There's some dogwoods. That's Mahonia over there too. So put a baseball card in the spoke of the mountain bike. It sounds great. I remember doing that when I was a kid. You know, when you have like a bike parade at school or something like that, and you put a hockey card or a baseball card in there with a clothes pin. You remember that back in the day? You should keep an open mind to experiences. Yeah, not this dude. Oh, I do keep an open mind, but not that way, man. Not that way. Not into it, dude. Dudes are supposed to like girls, and guess what? I like girls, but to each his own, right? I like women. And that's just the way it is. Actually, you know what? I see a Ailanthus over there. There's a really cool tree. I don't think I even noticed that one before. See those trees right over there? They're super exotic looking. Now let's just hope my thing doesn't die. This is called an Ailanthus, or tree of heaven. These are cool. I'd never even noticed these here before. Look at them. Wow. I know where there's a really big one. Look at the flowers on them. Oh, I want to get some seed from these guys. These are really cool trees. Look at the leaves. They're really tropical looking. And look at the flowers. They actually get orange flowers on them. Funny, man, all the years I've lived here, I've never really noticed this Ailanthus growing. I'm definitely getting seed from it. You know, across from my park shop, there was a huge one growing in a guy's garden. He didn't know what it was. I said, that's an Ailanthus. Look at that. So it hasn't even bloomed yet. These are going to be orange flowers. And I'm definitely getting seed from that, man. That is... Wow. Isn't that cool? That is beautiful. Why do you fragrantly spout? Who is this dude? Where's the moderator? Time to get rid of this frickin' tool, man. Okay, Abstract Tom is going to be Jesse Barr. Jesse Barr. We're going to make you add as... Okay, Jesse. Jesse is now a moderator. I'm going to make Abstract Tom a moderator too. So you can get rid of freaking tools on this channel. I'm so sick of bullshit, right? Where are we? Add as moderator. There you go. You're also a moderator now too. There you go. So when you see tools in there making stupid comments, you can get rid of them. There's lots of stuff. There's like art shows and everything like that. Lots of different art shows. You can actually get videos in there too, right? You can actually rent videos in there. But yeah, the tattoo show was pretty cool. Yeah, JL, yeah, it's probably him. So you can put him in